Hello everyone. Now we are going to discuss about user interface design and development as a simple overview. What is user interface? User interface tends to any interaction between system and the end users. User interface focuses on anticipating what users might need to do and ensuring that the interface has elements that are easy to access, understand, and use to facilitate those actions. User interface design is the process designers use to build interfaces in software or computerized devices focusing on looks or style. User-centered design is the design based upon an explicit understanding of users, tasks, and environments. This process involves users throughout the design and development process, and it is iterative. These four are the basic initial steps followed in designing user-centered design. The first phase is the analysis phase, where the system can able to analyze the user activities and perform the data and a proper design prototype, which should be evaluated by the end users. Then the implementation of the user interface takes place. User-centered design is an approach to user interface design where the needs of the users are paramount and where the user is involved in the design process. User-centered design is followed through the 5 steps: research, align, build, test, and iterate. This is the entire representation of user interface design process. Here, the analyze and the user understand the system activities, and also the system can analyze and understand the user activities. The data are collected from the analysis phase and produced into a proper design prototype. That design can be a simple prototype or a dynamic design prototype. Whatever be the prototype, it should be evaluated with the end users. Then the executable prototype is developed, which should be also evaluated with the end users. Then the implementation of final user interface takes place. This is the user system interaction process, here where the user has the ability to think and perform actions, which is the input, the way the user can interact with the system, and the input is submitted to the system as a signals. After the system analyzes the user input and it recognizes the appropriate response for the request and send it to the user in the way of display. This can be done by some of the output devices and the information is received by the user. The user interface design brings together concepts from interaction design, visual design, and information architectures. Information presentation. How user interface present the information. Information presentation is concerned with the presenting system information to system users. The information may be presented directly. Example, it can be a text in a word processor or may be transformed in some other way of presentation in graphical form. Information presentation of user interface process designers use to build interfaces in software or computerized devices focusing on looks or a style. Next, data visualization of user interface is concerned with techniques for displaying large amount of information. The main goal of data visualization is to make it easier to identify patterns, trends, outlines of large data sets. The term visualization is often used interchangeably with others, including information graphics, information visualization, and statistical graphs. User documentation of user interface. Documentation should be designed for a range of users from inexperienced to experienced users, as well as manuals of other easy to use documentation such as a quick reference card may be provided. These are the important types of user documentation, which are system evaluators, system administrators, novice users, experienced users, system administrators. According to the type of user documentation, the output and the functions are predicted and involved. Now we are going to discuss about structuring XML document using DTD. DTD in the sense document type definition. This is the general syntax of the DTD form. Structuring XML document using DTD with the correct syntax is called well-formed. An XML document validated against a DTD is both well-formed and valid. DTD, the purpose of document type definition is to define the structure and the legal elements and attributes of an XML document. Here we are seeing the sample XML program. This is the XML program is encoded in document type definition form. Now we are going to see about SACS presentation technologies. Simple Application Programming Interface for XML, also called the SACS, which is an event-driven online algorithm for parsing XML documents. SACS is a programming interface for processing XML file based on events. The document object mechanism counterpart SACS has very different way of reading XML code. Next we are moving to cascading style sheets. Cascading style sheet is a simply designed language intended to simplify the process of making web pages presentable. Cascading style sheets allows us to apply styles to our web pages dynamically. More importantly, cascading style sheets enables us to do this independently with the HTML that makes up our web page dynamic. Cascading style sheets lets developers and designers define how it behaves, including how elements are positioned in the browser. These are the reasons why we need to use cascading style sheet in our web pages. CSS saves time, it has an easy maintenance and implementation, search engines, superior styles to HTML and offline browsing. These are the important forms and concepts which we are going through. Interface design should be user-centered. Interaction styles include direct manipulation, menu systems, form fill-in, command languages and natural language. Graphical display should be used to present trends and approximate values. Color should be used sparingly and consistently. Thank you.